Good afternoon. My name is Juan M de Tejada. I'm representing Alta Partners Capital, which is a fund management company focused in early stage projects. We are a generalist investor, though we have been exposed very often to Cleantech projects in areas like biodiesel, biomass, biogas, water treatment, waste treatment, and also in the wind industry we've been analyzing several projects. Well, Cleantech investment is clearly undergoing a period of transition. Regulation is changing, and obviously capital markets are facing now, they have pulled back following a little bit the trend in liquidity and financials market. Nevertheless, I think it's also obvious that there is an interest, growing interest among many investors to date in this kind of projects, since these technologies are considered within the scope of macro policies, not just now at the European Union level, but also in the United States. So I've been asked to talk about the management team, which are the things we consider key factors for success for management teams when analyzing projects, early stage projects that we usually receive. Well, there are a couple of things which are obvious, but we have to stress them. One is commitment from the management team. We've seen many projects coming from universities very often where the entrepreneur is just working part-time in the project and he's much more interested in conducting his investigation projects, his papers, and he's just part-time devoted to the new venture. So this is something that we like to fix since the very beginning. Then the commitment. This commitment is also measured in euros, in money. How much money they have invested previously to ask for more money from private investors or venture capitalists. So this would be the second condition for commitment assessment. Then we also ask very specific experience and exposure to this sector, especially in things like relationships with the local authorities in order to get the necessary licenses, environmental licenses and permissions to undertake the projects. Specifically in projects like biofuels and biomass, we also ask them to have relevant experience working with the commodities markets. A mistake in this field can imply simply that the project is not viable if they don't analyze properly the sources of the raw materials which are necessary to feed the plants. Then a common thing that we've seen also in many projects is that they don't always incorporate at the very beginning the proper financial skills. It's again something which sounds obvious, but we've seen that they underestimate the complexity of the business planning or the financial modeling, and when they have to face the negotiations with banks to get the loans, to get project finance, the warranties, all these things, to negotiate the covenants of the project finance, they fail in showing the right credibility and solidness of the project. A third key issue would be that they need to very clearly specify the value, the economic value perceived by customers, by a significant number of customers. We've seen some projects which were fantastic technically, but when analyzing in detail the size of the market, we've seen that it was simply not viable. I remember one project that was designing a fantastic hydrogen cell, hydrogen battery, to substitute diesel motors to be placed in big yachts, big ships. And it was fantastic because they were saving energy. They have created energy efficiency. It was obviously designed by a an engineer with an MBA, by the way, but an engineer which was very excited by techniques. And this battery reduced the noise at night when lighting in these mega yachts. Well, when we assessed in detail the market size, we saw that this engine had a margin of a few dozens of very rich people which had very big yachts. At the end, the project was very good technically, but not viable commercially speaking. So if I have to make a couple of recommendations to Cleantech entrepreneurs, I would say that if these skills are not with the original team, incorporate them as soon as possible. Today there are plenty of professionals with significant track record in Spain with relevant experience in financials. Contract good lawyers, be close to good lawyers that can give you advice and credibility at a reasonable price, which is something easier today than it used to be just 6 months ago. And of course, leverage the sales pitch with pilot installations, if possible within commercial and real environments like the one we have just seen in the previous presentation. Thanks very much.